So I have prepared a couple of things to help Mike and everyone else out there who doesn't understand anything about Cinco de Mayo and or being Mexican, so we could all learn a few things today. Ready? This is a map. This is Mexico. There's only one.
Look, Mexico.
Yeah, no, that's what a lot of people think, that all of these are Mexico. But no, it's just this one. Only this one is Mexico. The rest of these...
Then why do all the Mexicans live here too?
In order to help Mike understand, I'm just going to refer to this as Mexico 1, and then everything in Central America is going to be set Mexico 1 through 6, and then we're going to come over here to Panama, it's going to be Mexico 7, Colombia we're going to label Mexico 8, Mexico 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and this big one over here we're going to go Mexico Portuguese. That's going to differentiate from everything else. Then we're going to go Caribbean Mexico. That's going to be C Mexico 1 through 15. Okay, are you following? Mike, did you get that?
No. But if you tell me you're not Mexican, then why do you speak Mexican to your mother?
Yeah, that's another thing. So interestingly enough, I don't speak Mexican. Even Mexicans in Mexico don't speak Mexican. We all speak Spanish. That's just something we do. Everyone in Mexico 1 through Mexico 17, including Mexico 1 through 7, they all speak Spanish. Even in Spain, they speak Mexico, but it's still Spanish. You follow?
We're from Colombia, Mexico.
It's true. Mexico, which we designated as Mexico 8. Okay? So now that we covered where Mexico is and that everyone...
So why don't people in Spain speak Spanish?
They don't. They speak Spanish. They speak Spanish, Mike. They speak Spanish. To celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Some people claim that that's culturally appropriate, but
are you drinking a margarita and you're not Mexican?
Actually, a vodka and club with lime. I'll spill that. Anyway.
That's from Cuba, Mexico, right?
It's from Russia, Mexico. All right. So, interestingly enough, people say that celebrating Cinco de Mayo is cultural appropriation, but Cinco de Mayo much in Mexico. It's celebrated mostly in, contrary to popular belief, it is not Mexican Independence Day. It is the anniversary of the Battle of Puebla, which was against the French, who came over to collect reparations, and the Mexicans beat the shit out of them and said, we're not paying.
Don't Cinco de Mayo, but these Mexicans do?
No, just these Mexicans here in Mexico, United States, celebrate Cinco de Mayo. In Mexico, not so much. Sometimes parades, but it's not even a national holiday.
United States. Puerto Rico, United States on this side.
Don't repeat what Mike says. So, in the United States, much like St. Patrick's Day. Now, people say part right now because Mike's head will explode. But people is cultural appropriation. Now, camera work. Now, so I don't get upset about it, but I think they do get upset if you tell them Happy Cinco de Mayo, because that's what happens. But in getting ready for my quarantine presentation today to Mike, I Googled what are the most popular questions about Cinco de Mayo, and I was surprised at what I read, Mike. For example, question number 1. When is Cinco de Mayo?
Today.
Today is Cinco de Mayo. Cinco is 5, Mayo is May, so that's Cinco de Mayo. It is today. Second most popular question, what is Cinco de Mayo in Spanish? That answer, my friends, is Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo in Spanish, that's how that works.
Where does the mayonnaise fall into this?
Not yet. We'll get to that. Also, when is Cinco de Mayo celebrated in Mexico? Well, Cinco de Mayo would always be celebrated on Cinco de Mayo, here or in Mexico.
Hey,
so Cinco...
Should I start matching the avocado?
Not, Liana, not now. I can't talk guacamole right now. Can't talk guacamole.
Wait, you're not Mexican, you're eating guacamole?
I'm in the middle of something right now, Michael. Please. Next question. When is Cinco de Mayo celebrated in the United States? Guys,
today.
Cinco de Mayo. It's always Cinco de Mayo. No matter when, no matter where, it's Cinco de Mayo is when you celebrate Cinco de Mayo, okay? When is Cinco de Mayo celebrated in Portland, Oregon? When is Cinco de Mayo celebrated in Portland, Oregon, Mike?
January 7th.
No, we've been through this already, Mike. It's on May 5th. Cinco de Mayo is always going to be on May 5th because that's when Cinco de Mayo is. That's the 5th of May. It's Cinco de Mayo.
Why don't they just call it May 5th?
Okay, next question. When was the Cinco de Mayo War? Well, that was on Cinco de Mayo. That's when it was. 1862, and it was against the French, okay?
1862 means Cinco de Mayo?
No. A lot of Americans, like I said, think that Cinco de Mayo is Mexican Independence Day. Do not tell any Mexican people, Happy Independence Day. Today is not that day. A lot of people think Cinco de Mayo is the Day of the Dead. Incorrect. Day of the Dead is October 31st to November 2nd. It coincides with All Saints Day and All Souls Day and Halloween, not Cinco de Mayo. Next.
I think
spot-
a few years ago it was
not.
Cinco de Mayo.
It was not. It was not. No.
Cinco de
it was
Mayo, I
not.
believe, was in October a few years ago.
Another question, where is Cinco de Mayo? Where is Cinco de Mayo? That's a question. And that is where you are. You can celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
I think it's in the Home Depot parking lot.
No, it is not in the Home Depot parking lot, but we will get to that.
Okay.
Next question is Mike.
No.
Correct. Cinco de Mayo
Yes.
is not racist, but if you just focus in on this, something like this could be construed. Don't do this on Cinco de
What's
Mayo.
that?
It's the celebration. Yeah,
was
this could be construed as racist. Don't do this. All right, and the final question. Questions about Cinco de Mayo. Does Cinco de Mayo involve mayonnaise? No, it is not mayo. It is Cinco de Mayo. There is no mayonnaise involved in Cinco de Mayo.
Actually, I looked it up. Cinco de Mayo is mayonnaise.
No, it's not Cinco de Mayonnaise. It is not. It is not. Oh,
Whatever you say. You're the expert. You're Mexican.
I'm still not Mexican. Still not Mexican. So I'm trying my best here to make sure. Yes,
Did
honey.
you see my box of sombreros and fake mustaches?
I asked you not to talk about that on camera. Please. Go. I'm in
Why
the
would
middle
you
of
have
something.
sombreros and mustaches if you're not Mexican?
Don't worry about what we do. Don't worry about what we do. It's not cultural appropriation. We don't do that here. Shut up, Liana.
There's a lot of Mexican going on.
There's not a lot of Mexican going on. Mike, what's your favorite Cinco de Mayo tradition?
When we shoot off the fireworks and celebrate our independence.
That would be a 4th of July
Yeah,
tradition.
and
That
last
would
year
be
it was on Cinco de Mayo.
It was not on Cinco de Mayo. It was not. Mike, do you know where my family comes from?
Mexico.
Incorrect. Incorrect. That's not even close to any of the parts of Mexico that you might think I'm from. It's not even one of the numbers of Mexico that I'm from. I'm from top of Mexico over here,
top Mexico.
bottom of Mexico over here.
Northern Mexico.
And for everybody watching at home, none of those Mexicos are actual Mexico. There's only one. There's only one Mexico.
Northeastern Mexico.
No, northeastern Mexico is here. That is not where I'm from. I'm from here, which is Colombia, and also
I'm pretty
here,
sure that was
which
Oklahoma.
is Argentina. It's not Oklahoma. This is the United States. This is Mexico. I realize it's a small map, but you're the only one sitting next to it, Mike.
Well, I'm still not convinced.
All right. Let's try this again. Guys, I am from Colombia. Colombia is at the top of South America. Mayo there, because we don't have a Battle of Puebla or a city named Puebla.
I thought you
Not, no, well, that too. Thanks for giving everyone my address now. I can have stalkers, really. But my family is from Colombia. We are from the coast of Colombia. Colombia, known for Sofia Vergara, Pablo Escobar, cocaine, coffee, and emeralds. Mexico,
Sofia
Pancho
Vergara is
Villa.
probably the hottest Mexican that ever lived. Next to you, I'm sorry.
She's Colombian. Mexico, known for Salma Hayek, El Chapo,
When Christopher Columbus...
tacos, quesadillas, Corona beer, not to be confused with coronavirus. Maybe some tequila, maybe some agave, some cactuses, some cacti, some sombreros. Not the same as Colombia.
When Columbus discovered Colombia, did he think he was in Spain? And that's why they speak Spanish?
No. No. Still no. Still no. I'm not doing any of that. Mike, do you like to celebrate Cinco de Mayo? Do you
I
find
love
it
it. That's
offensive?
why I
do you
started
find
dating
it
you.
offensive when people celebrate
Cultural appropriation.
like when not white and partially pink people like yourself?
The limes for margaritas now?
It is too early for that, and I'm kind of in the middle of something. It's not margarita o'clock yet.
You know, margaritas are from Mexico.
Margaritas are from Mexico.
And you're from Mexico.
I am not from Mexico.
Why is your child doing Mexican things?
Well, sometimes you just gotta celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
This isn't really Cinco de Mayo. This was previously recorded 3 weeks ago.
It is actually Cinco de Mayo. Today is Cinco de Mayo.
We do this 3 times a week, though, Carla.
Well, it's true. We do have tacos and margaritas 3 times a week. Mike, what's your favorite Cinco de Mayo memory?
Oh, it must have been last July. I think probably just like any day that I'm with you.
I'm still not Mexican, Mike.
Oh.
I'm still not Mexican.
Last Cinco de Mayo when we had tacos?
That was last Wednesday.
Okay. Was it Cinco de Mayo?
It was not Cinco de Mayo. Have you actually ever been to Mexico?
Yeah.
And?
That's why I can't drink tequila anymore.
This is what we do in quarantine, right?
You teach me things. I'm kind of convinced that you might be from right outside of Mexico.
You mean like the continent below Mexico?
Maybe.
I guess. So, interestingly enough, I feel like, yes,
The
yeah.
mariachi we had called and they said they're gonna be late.
This is not a problem because I'm in the middle of something. So tell the mariachis, just drive safely, and that's all that's the problem.
You need to be a little later. Okay, gracias.
I think she had a Mexican accent.
She didn't have a Mexican accent, but that was,
You're doing a terrible job of convincing me you're not Mexican.
yeah. I can see how there might be some confusion as to whether or not I'm Mexican, but still not Mexican. Still not Mexican. I am, however, the only Hispanic on Governor's Radio. The only one.
Really?
Yeah, there's nobody else.
Jeff Bosey's not Cuban?
No, I don't think he is. I don't know what he is.
What's up with that stupid hat he wears?
I don't know why he wears that stupid hat, but I don't think he's any kind of Hispanic. I think I'm the only one. That's how I get assigned Cinco de Mayo.
Huh.
Right?
I guess so.
I mean, I guess like the jury's still out on.
You're the most Mexican person on Governor's Radio, so.
I guess I'm the closest to Mexico. Is that how that works?
Yeah. So we'll call it even.
They can just call me Mexican all the time.
Yeah.
Tony Walker thinks I'm Mexican. But I don't know what everybody else does during quarantine, but what we have decided to do in my house is really over-celebrate holidays. So if we're going to do Cinco de Mayo, we're going to do it right. We're going to mariachi, we're going to taco, we're going to margarita, we're going to guacamole, we're going to do it all, even though we're not Mexican.
You don't go all out like this for Columbus Day.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't celebrate that.
Yeah.
Because he's a serial killer and a mass murderer? Because he's a mass murderer? Because he's a mass murderer?
No, because you're not Italian, but
Because
you're
he's
Mexican.
a mass murderer? Because he's a mass murderer. But we can talk about that on Columbus Day. I'm not afraid.
Like Che Guevara?
I'm not afraid to talk about that on Columbus Day. I don't know, Mike. I feel like after all this instruction, you still don't know that I'm not Mexican.
Pretty much. I love you anyway.
I don't know if that's true.
I love you even though you're Mexican.
I love you even though you're Mexican.
I'm not Mexican, I'm Irish and Italian.
I don't know about all that. I don't know, guys. Do we have any viewers yet? No? No one's watching this. So do we just quit?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Do we just quit? I think no one cares what we do on Cinco de Mayo. Nobody cares what the Okerson-Keegan household does on Cinco de Mayo.
But no, this is what we do. She does teach me every day, and every day I learn a new reason that I'm wrong.
A new reason that Mike is wrong. A new reason that I'm not Mexican.
And yeah.
All right, guys. I don't really know what else to talk about. So in summation, I just want to tell you guys this, okay? Because this is important. Today, when you go out, if you go out in quarantine and you happen to run into someone that you might think is Mexican, don't say Happy Cinco de Mayo. In particular, do not say Happy Cinco de Mayo to anyone who is from Puerto Rico, to anyone who is from El Salvador, or to anyone that's from Cuba.
Those are just different states of Mexico.
The only people that you want to say that to are people from Mexico, or for Mike, Mexico 1. Mexico 1. This Mexico right here, the original Mexico, that's the only people that you want to say that to, and even then be cautious. And most importantly, remember, with 2 O's. Thank
What about
you.
New Mexico?
Thank you for coming to my Governor's TED Talk. Tune in next week. We talk about Argentina and not Cinco de Mayo. Thanks.